When people hear someone from the Ismaili community speak about their own beliefs, they quickly say, "You're just praising yourself." And maybe that's true in some cases. But what happens when others, people outside the community, some who even disagree with Ismaili beliefs, still praise the Ismailis? Then we need to pause and think. There must be something special here. We go first to Dr. Isra Ahmad, a respected religious scholar known across Pakistan, India, and Afghanistan.
आगा खान साहब को, सर आगा खान सुल्तान मोहम्मद खान, मैं जरा लाइट मूड में कह रहा हूं, मैं उन्हें दादाए पाकिस्तान कहता हूं। बाबा पाकिस्तान बनने के फौरन बाद सर आगा खान ने यह मशवरा दिया था कि आप अरबी जबान को पाकिस्तान की कौमी जबान करार दें। आगा खान ने कहा था ये कि ज्यादा से ज्यादा 20 साल में आप मिडिल ईस्ट का हिस्सा बन जाए, अरब ममालिक का हिस्सा बन जाए थी वो। इस हवाले से, और मैंने हवाला आपको दिया तारीखी एतबार से, कि आगा खान साहब को, सर आगा खान सुल्तान मोहम्मद खान, मैं जरा लाइट मूड में कह रहा हूं, मैं उन्हें दादाए पाकिस्तान कहता हूं।
Now, let's be clear, Dr. Isra didn't agree with Ismaili beliefs. He said it many times in his speeches, that he didn't see their beliefs as correct from his point of view. But still, he once said something that left many people silent. He said, "I wish we had listened to Aga Khan. I consider him the real grandfather of Pakistan." Now ask yourself, when someone who openly disagrees with you still praises your leader, then something powerful is going on. It means leadership that goes beyond belief. A personality that even critics can't deny. Next, let's move to Jammat Nakvi, a well-known Shia scholar. He has repeatedly said in his speeches, Ismailis are one of the most well-mannered, well-organized Muslim communities in the world. He went further and told his own Shia followers, "We should learn from the Aga Khan. We should train under his leadership. We need to understand how they built such a peaceful, educated, and united community."
इस्माइलिया किसी भी मुल्क में उस मुल्क की हुकूमत या उस मुल्क के अवाम या दीगर सिलसिलों के मोहताज नहीं है, बल्कि पाकिस्तान भी अगर देखें तो इनका मोहताज है।
Because of this, people started accusing him. They said, "You sound like an Ismaili now." Some even tried to separate him from their own sect. But despite the pressure, he kept saying the truth. The system of imamat in the Ismaili community is unique. It brings results, it brings peace, it brings progress, and we need to take lessons from them. Then we go to Shahen Nakvi, another known scholar. Despite all differences, he clearly said, "No other community has played a bigger role in Pakistan's development than the Ismailis, and they are part of our own family." Now, my brothers and sisters, think about this deeply. Religious scholars, who have their own schools of thought, are still recognizing the contribution of the Ismaili community, not because they agree with everything, but because they can't ignore what the community has done. When the Imam of the Ismailis, His Highness the Aga Khan, visits Pakistan, you'll see ministers, governors, top military officers going all the way to the airport to welcome him. That kind of honor is rare. And not just in Pakistan. Across the world, the Ismaili Imam is respected by kings, presidents, and scholars. He has received some of the highest international awards ever given to a Muslim leader. In Iran, he was awarded the Grand Cordon of the Order of the Crown, one of the country's top honors. In Tajikistan, he was given the Order of Friendship. In Kenya, they honored him as Chief of the Order of the Golden Heart. In Uganda, he received the Grand Master Medal. And across Europe, Canada, the US, and other nations, he has been given keys to the city, honorary citizenship, Doctor of Laws, and Lifetime Achievement Awards. All this without politics, without throne, without war, without any army. This is a leader who created one of the most peaceful, organized, and educated Muslim communities in the world, with nothing but service, vision, and leadership. It reminds us of the Fatimid period, when the ancestors of the Ismaili Imam ruled over Egypt and North Africa. A time when Muslims led with justice, education, and knowledge. And now in the modern era, it feels like that same legacy continues through the Aga Khan Development Network, building schools, hospitals, universities, and institutions across the globe. Now let's talk about the community itself. The Ismaili Jammat is known for something that many find hard to believe. In this entire community, there are no beggars. You will not find an Ismaili on the street begging. Why? Because they take care of each other. They build systems. They educate their youth. They help the poor before they reach the point of desperation. Even in their places of worship, their Jammat khanas, you won't find shoes being stolen. Why? Because they have shoe management systems. They have volunteers, young and old, who serve freely and with love. Service is not forced. It's from the heart. And when we talk about education, especially girls' education, the Ismaili community leads. They follow the guidance of their Imam, who once said, "If you have one daughter and one son, and you can only afford to educate one, educate your daughter." And while many Muslim communities have mulvis, sheikhs, and muftis, the Ismailis have waisin, not to fight or debate or issue fatwas, but to teach peace, give guidance only when needed, and speak of unity and values. They say, paradise belongs to Allah. He gives it to whom He wills.
ज़िंदगी का असल हुस्न और इसकी रूहानी मानवियत तब ज़ाहिर होती है जब हमारा वजूद दूसरों के लिए राहत का सबब बन जाए। इंसान का असल कमाल सिर्फ़ इल्म या दौलत में नहीं, बल्कि इसमें है कि वो अपनी मौजूदगी से किसी और को दुख न दे, किसी दिल को ज़ख्मी न करे, किसी रूह को बेसुकूनी न पहुँचाए। यही वो रास्ता है जिसे अहले मारिफत ने बंदगी का जौहर कहा है, कि इंसान खुद मिट्टी की तरह हो जाए मगर दूसरों के लिए फूलों की सी नरमी और खुशबू बन जाए। इमामुल वक्त की तालीमात में भी यही पैगाम छुपा है, वहदत, उख़्वत और रहमत। ये वहदत सिर्फ़ एक ज़ाहिरी इज्तिमा नहीं, बल्कि दिलों का एक ऐसा रब्त है जो रूहों को आपस में जोड़ देता है। इस्माइली जमात की ये पहचान इस नूरानी हिकमत की बदौलत है कि वो एक जिस्म की मानिंद जुड़ी हुई है, जहाँ हर फर्द दूसरों के लिए फ़िक्र, दुआ और मोहब्बत रखता है। दुनिया ने इस वहदत का न सिर्फ मुशाहिदा किया बल्कि एतराफ़ भी किया कि ये जमात वाकई एक मिसाली रूहानी ख़ानदान से ताल्लुक़ रखती है। बस ज़िंदगी का असल मकसद यही है कि हम ऐसे बन जाए कि हमारी ज़बान से, हमारे अमल से, हत्ता कि हमारे ख़यालात से भी किसी को अज़ियत न पहुँचे। अगर हम किसी के सुकून का वसीला बन सके, किसी के अंधेरे में चिराग की मानिंद जल सके, तो यही असल ज़िंदगी का मकसद है, यही असल बंदगी और असल खुदा की क़ुर्बत इसी में पोशीदा है। और यही वो मुकाम है जिसको मुकाम क़ुर्ब कहा जाता है, जो इंसान को अपने रब के करीब ले जाता है।